still like classical music, but that electronic beat really does it for me. I love techno. I am Emily J Electric, that's my artist's name. My real name's Emily Johnson. I play flute and iwi. Iwi is electric wind instrument, and I play with Ableton Live. I do a DJ set and then I play the instruments over the top. So normally I play as an independent live act. Had quite an unusual route into it because I started off with classical music. So I first played the flute. I guess I started when I was about 6 or 7 playing the flute, and my parents got me lessons. I played in school orchestras and stuff, and I've always loved music, but I didn't really see how I could combine flute with electronic stuff until I saw a video on YouTube by Dead Prez. And they were playing this tune that's like and he played the melody with this electronic instrument, and I just thought that was so cool. It looks a bit like a clarinet. So I've spent ages like trying to find out what it was called, and found it on the internet and got one. That's the iwi. And then after that I saw sax players playing along with house DJs. I think I saw some videos from Ibiza, I think Cafe Del Mar were doing it. And then I thought, well, if sax players can play along, then why not with the flute? I guess it's a mix between a DJ set and a live set, because I play a lot of DJ tracks and then I also play my own intros and my own parts where I loop bits up. So yeah, a cross between a DJ set and a live set. Throughout my musical career, I've mostly worked with guys, which is fine. I've no problem with guys, and they're all really, all the guys I've met have been really supportive and encouraging, and like I personally have never experienced sexism or guys looking down on me or thinking that I'm worse because I'm a girl or anything like that. But it's just nice to make some music with women. Yorkshire Sound Women's Network, I think it's been going 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and I've been to some of the meetings this year. It's a really nice group of women, and it's nice to be in contact with women who make electronic music because we're so few, so it's nice to support each other and collaborate.
I'm Liz Dobson. I'm co-founder of the Yorkshire Sound Women Network, and yeah, I teach music technology at Huddersfield University.
Am I at the right sort of distance that someone who actually uses the mic could be using it? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's awkward.
What's happening today is a collaboration with the Making Space in Huddersfield. We've been collaborating informally for a short time now, having our Yorkshire Sound Women Network meetings there with them. And what we wanted to do today was create an afternoon which is nice to have a physical space where people can come in town and not on the university campus, which is much more accessible. So people came today and this afternoon. We were looking at microphones, sound recording, but mostly just sharing knowledge. And then this evening we just have an open sonic mic event. I am waiting. So anybody can just come and perform whatever. It's super low key. and casual, and that's the point really.
Like a menace.
Most of my students are guys, and I don't have a problem with them, but it raised a lot of questions about why there aren't more women in music technology. In this digital age, the Yorkshire Sound Women Network actually started to try and help bring women together, to skills share, and to kind of decompress and find a place where you could take some risks, develop new practices with other people, and grow from there. When we have an industry where women are in a minority, we need spaces for women to come together and not feel that minority and not be worried about gender anymore. So I think that while some may feel that, and I've seen this, that some of these spaces of sound engineering and live sound or studio production can be actually quite sexist in quite subtle ways. There are lots of reasons which I think are really sociological rather than anything to do with ability at all. Some of our significant historical pioneers in sound and in coding and computer science are actually women too, but that's a kind of sonic her story which is only really resurfacing now as a response to this predominantly male sort of industry.
There's always been a lack of women since the birth of electronic music, really. One of the reasons, I'm sure, is a lack of role models. When you're in those formative years, when you're little and you see older women doing that thing, that profession or whatever, you're more likely to choose that for yourself, or you're more likely to think, yes, I could do that.
You know how to record a sound and you know how to edit it and move it around.
Music on memory. Music on memory.
It's just the creepiest thing I found.
We seem to have a culture where technology is associated with masculinity, and education research has shown that in the 80s, when music technology was introduced in the classroom, there was a kind of unconscious bias of assuming the boys would be more into the technology. In fact, that's why technology was introduced in the music classroom, to get more boys into music, and it was extremely effective. But then we have a situation where girls were not as confident working with the coding and the computer-based technology, but comfortable working with the music keyboards sort of side of technology. And as children get older, there seems to be a situation where girls become more of a minority, and when there's a minority in the space, they feel more conspicuous. I think it's been something on the sort of edge of our understanding for a long time. But there does seem to be, I couldn't say why it's happening right now, but there does seem to be a significant wave in response. So some people are producing some fantastic resources online. So there's definitely a movement, there's a change happening at the moment. My concern would be for us to fall backwards. So hopefully that will continue to progress forwards.
Obviously, it's not a question of capability because women are just as good as men at music technology. Since the beginning, there haven't been many women, and I guess to change that, it's a gradual process. Yeah. One good thing is to do music workshops with girls and get kids interested in it at a young age.
Experiment, find an environment of supportive people, get your hands on kit. There's loads of information on the internet. There are loads of communities actually. Female Pressure have provided a really long list of communities like the Yorkshire Sound Women Network internationally, and go along, introduce yourself and just try. You have to find a network that will support, not just finding mentors, which is helpful, but find people you can knowledge and skills and share experience with, so that when you're back in those spaces which are predominantly male, you have that self-confidence from that experience as well.